Because you're watching this video, I'm assuming you're a gardener just like me. And just like me, you've probably watched other gardening videos. It's a good way of finding out what other gardeners are up to, their successes, their failures. And you can learn things from other gardeners. I'm going to lift a parsnip today. I've lifted 3 earlier and they've all been used. And one was used, it went in the oven and it became a roasted parsnip with other vegetables. One became part of a potato and parsnip gratin, and the last parsnip I used, I made soup with it, and I made a curried parsnip soup, and that was lovely. So if you can remember the last time I took a parsnip out, just how difficult it was, these guys don't seem to want to come out. So we'll excavate this parsnip before we attempt to lift it. Okay, we'll take some soil out. Now, this is easily enough done at this time of year because the soil's quite free. Okay. Now I know there are videos on YouTube that'll tell you about sweetness of parsnips, and if you leave them and they get a frost, they'll taste sweeter. Well, speaking from experience, the parsnips I've lifted, and they haven't seen any frost at all, have been sweet enough, in some cases too sweet. In fact, the roast parsnip in the oven was too sweet for my taste, and bear in mind, sweetness is a taste thing, isn't it? It's a personal thing. Some people need 1 spoon of sugar, some people need 2, some people need 3, some people can't stand sweetness. So you may not want them too sweet, but the downside of this frost business is that, imagine you've had 2 or 3 days frost and you want a parsnip. You're not going to be able to dig like this, are you? The ground's going to be frozen and you're going to struggle to get your parsnip out. So why leave it? Why leave it to perhaps become too sweet when you can take it now when it's probably just right? Okay, I'll just get rid of this soil and you'll see the excavation. And there's the parsnip coming into view. I don't know if you can see that yet. Now these guys really have took a bit of getting out, so I'm expecting this one to be no different. And if you decide that you're going to grow parsnips, you'll best make your mind up what you're going to do with them when you dig them out. Now this one, or maybe 2 if it's not a big one, is going to be curried parsnip soup, and that is so easy. It's so easy. It's a parsnip, and basically it's a knob of butter in a pan, a couple of garlic cloves chopped up, your parsnip and an onion chopped up, throw in there, saute them off, salt and pepper to taste, and when they're sauteed off, or during the sauteing process, just add some curry powder, stir it in, and when you finish sauteing, you're going to blitz it, put it in the blender and blitz it, and it's lovely. Really is lovely. But if you want a proper recipe, I mean, there's plenty of recipes on YouTube, just have a look. You'll find a recipe for curry parsnip soup, I'm sure you will. Well, you will, because I've found them, that's where I got my recipe. Now this guy looks as though he's maybe put a couple of roots down, so I might even have a bigger fight with this one. Let's see what we've got here. Now remember, the tip we got off another YouTuber, one of my subscribers, push down and twist to get these boys out, but To be honest, this is how you've got to do it. You've got to excavate, and if you leave it till the ground's frozen, I'm telling you, this will be a battle. You'll need arms like Popeye. Not only that, you'll probably need a couple of sticks of dynamite to get these things to come out. Okay, let's do a push down and twist, shall we? We push it down and we twist it. And we pull in. See what we've got here. What's that? 3 for the price of 1. Well, I've never seen a parsnip like that before. Anyway, it's usable. We'll tidy it up, then we'll take another look. But I think that'll be enough for that the soup that I'm proposing to make. So I'll fill this all in again. I won't take another one. This one's enough. If you're looking to grow parsnips, by the way, I do have a video on the channel that shows you how to pre-germinate these things on tissue. Bring them outside. It halves the amount of time taken to germinate the seed. That's what I did, and I've had success with it. And it's something I copied off other people that have got videos on YouTube about germinating seeds on tissues. So it certainly works. Anyway, what's that? Right, I've got the parsnip. I've brought it up the garden now. Oh, stay there, Molly. You're okay, lass. Stay there. Right, let's give it a wash off, shall we? We'll take this off first. I don't need that. That there. We'll wash him off. Okay, how does it remind you of? I'm Jake the Peg, diddle 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 leg with the extra leg, diddle 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 leg. Jake the Peg, come on. You can remember it, Jake the Peg with the extra leg. Now the fortunate bit about this is that although this parsnip has forked, it's produced 3 decent legs, hasn't it? You know, 3 usable growth. So I guess if we lose that, and that, we've got that much, and that much parsnip, haven't we? What do you think, Molly? Come and have a look. Come and see. Jake the Peg with the extra leg. Give him a wash. There you go. Okay. 3-legged parsnip. You never know what you're going to see on YouTube, do you? Especially at the homegrown veg. Right, let's get this baby indoors and get cracking with that curried parsnip soup. And if you want a proper recipe, when there's plenty on YouTube, just have a look around for one. But I've made it. It's easy and it's lovely. Okay, get these things up before the frost gets them. I'm telling you now, you'll never get them up. Imagine that if it had been frosted in.